This quick bean stew is prepared in about 15 minutes and pairs well with rice for an easy, nourishing meal. It's a simple dish with just a few ingredients, brought together in a way that works. I'm using pre-cooked fava beans today. Red kidney beans or pinto beans are also suitable. Tomatoes, some fresh herbs. I like to add some vegetables to make it a more complete meal. A little coconut milk brings everything together. Fresh ginger. Nutritional yeast elevates the dish further without extra effort. A few spices, paprika, cinnamon, cumin, and a little cayenne. Grape or cherry tomatoes are a good choice here as they add a bit of natural sweetness. Vine-ripened or canned tomatoes work too. A little fresh ginger also helps with digestion, especially in bean dishes. The beauty of this creamy fava bean stew lies in both its ease and speed, with layered flavors of earthy beans, gentle warm spices, vegetables, and fresh herbs. Zucchini cut into ribbons works particularly well. It cooks quickly and blends into the sauce. Spinach or mushrooms can be added as well for more texture and nutrition. Fresh parsley to finish, bringing everything together. Coriander leaves or cilantro work just as well. If you want to serve this with rice, start cooking the rice first, so everything is ready at the same time. Everything is prepared, so let's start cooking. Heat about 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a large skillet. Add the grated ginger and let it sizzle for a minute or two until the aroma becomes more noticeable. Then add the tomatoes. After a few minutes, they will begin to soften and break down. At this point, add the zucchini ribbons. They only need a minute or two. Add the thyme, fresh or dried, both work. Then add the spices, paprika, cinnamon, and cumin. Stir to coat everything evenly. Add the fava beans. If using canned beans, make sure they are well drained and rinsed. Fava beans have a slightly sweet, buttery flavor, which adds richness to this dish. Red kidney beans and pinto beans are equally good substitutes here. Stir a little cornstarch into the coconut milk for a creamier texture. Then pour it in. To catch any remaining coconut milk, add a little water to the cup and pour that in as well. There's a kind of rhythm that happens here when cooking starts to move between ingredients, heat, and timing. Nothing is forced. Each step responds to what's already in the pan. Season with salt. Add the nutritional yeast. And a little cayenne or chili powder if you want some heat. The dish is almost ready. taste and adjust as needed. A little more paprika and salt can bring everything into balance. Finish with fresh parsley. Serve over rice for a simple, satisfying meal. For contrast, you can pair this with a cucumber mint raita. I'll link it in the description. Today, I'm just finely chopping the cucumber instead of grating. The freshness balances the warmth of the spices, and the mint helps with digestion. As you become more attuned to the body, the way you choose ingredients and how you work with them begins to change. You start to notice what feels right and what doesn't. Recipes are a guide, but the real understanding comes through the process. The more you pay attention, the more something intuitive begins to form. It becomes less about strong or striking flavors, and more about how the food feels in the body, not just in taste, but in how it sits, how it settles, how it responds. Over time, you begin to notice the difference. Some foods leave you feeling clear and nourished, while others feel heavier and take more from you. It's a way of cooking I keep returning to, removing what isn't essential until what remains feel complete, letting go of what isn't needed so that every ingredient left has a purpose. Even a simple bean stew like this can carry quite a bit of depth, and somewhere in that simplicity, things begin to fall into place. Do you have a go-to bean dish you enjoy making? Let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Have a wonderful week and see you next time.